Hey guys, Roberto Martinez here. This is my review of Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens. Whew, yep, Force is definitely strong with this one. Oh boy. Okay, so before I start, I'm gonna say like two things. One, that since this is a good movie, this is like a very popular movie, I'm gonna try to keep this review spoiler free. Okay, but in the case I do slip in some spoilers, like the word spoilers is gonna appear on your screen, and I'll pretty much give you a chance to like skip ahead until this word spoilers disappears. So that way you won't be spoiled. Right, number two. Of course, since this movie is so popular, but still, this is my opinion. Okay? Alright, so please treat my opinion with respect. Okay. Respect my opinion, I respect your opinion. Okay, that's how this works. Okay. So, that out of the way, let's start this review. Alright, Star Wars Force Awakens. So obviously this movie is so popular. Like when it first came out in theaters, everybody went crazy, and the movie broke so many box office records. Hell, it even surpassed Avatar. Yeah, the movie was that popular. Okay, so alright, so let's get on with this review. Alright, let's start with the story. Okay, so in the story, like the resistance journey to like find the map, so that way they'll be able to find Luke Skywalker before the First Order does. Okay, so basically, like the people like trying to find, or racing to find Luke Skywalker, because as we all know, Luke Skywalker is the hero, and without him, the galaxy is doomed. Okay, so that's pretty much the story. Okay, now the characters. Okay, so let's start off with Rey. So, Rey is this female protagonist, and she's pretty much like a regular woman who kind of likes to go on adventures. Like she has this staff, and she like hits people with it. So she's a pretty tough character. And later in the movie, she comes across other characters, like the one who used to be a stormtrooper in this robot. Don't worry, I'll get to them later. Alright, so yeah, she's pretty much like the heroine in the story. Okay, so what are my thoughts on her? I think she's a pretty good character. I really like her. Like she is pretty likable, and she's pretty tough as well. She can defend herself. And as you'll see later in the movie, that the Force is definitely strong with this one, yeah? The Force is definitely strong with this one, especially against this other character, which I'll get to later. Okay, so nice. So that's my thoughts about her. Okay, so let's move on to Finn. Okay, so Finn used to be a stormtrooper. So in the beginning of the movie, he was a stormtrooper, and then he helps the other stormtroopers capture the spy. And then once they get in the ship, later, he pretty much has a change of heart, and then he realizes that what the First Order is doing is wrong. That because the First Order is just slaughtering people and destroying like planets and stuff, taking over the galaxy. So he sees the error of his ways, and then he decides to make up for it. He decides to like help this spy escape, and then the adventure begins. And yes, so he's pretty much like a traitor. Yep. At least that's what the other stormtroopers call him. Yeah, okay, so he becomes the hero. So instead of becoming like the bad guy, he becomes the hero of the story. And I actually like him. He's actually a pretty cool character. He's actually very likable, even though he used to be a stormtrooper. You know, he's actually very funny as well. He actually has a lot of funny moments. Really made me laugh. And he's surprisingly good with a lightsaber. I mean, and I thought like stormtroopers only use like guns and stuff. Damn, he's really good with the lightsaber, especially Luke Skywalker's lightsaber. I mean, like he did. I mean, he's not the best, but he's still like able to swing with it, able to like use it almost like a pro or something. Yeah, so Finn, good character. I like him. Okay, so let's move on to this robot called BB-8. So BB-8 is this new robot or droid, whatever you want to call him, and he basically has like most of the map, although the map is not completed. So, well, mostly because like the spy in this movie like tells him to hide the map and run away in the beginning. And he said, "Don't worry, I'll be fine." So yeah, so he holds the map, pretty much holds the key to Luke Skywalker's whereabouts. And what do I think about this character? Yeah, BB-8 is also a pretty good character. He's pretty funny as well, especially where he like where his thing like pops out and almost looks like he's giving Finn the finger. Like it's like that. I thought that part was pretty funny. Like after Finn gives him a thumbs up, he did like that. I don't know. Like it was just one thing. Like, but it almost looks like he gave him the finger or something. With the finger, like that. I thought that was one of the funniest parts of the movie. So yeah, so he's pretty likable. He's pretty lovable actually. He's very cute actually. Like he's pretty lovable. I don't even know which one's more lovable, him or R2D2. Like I don't know. So BB-8, very good robot. All right, so let's talk about this spy, and pretty much his name is Poe. So Poe's this pilot. He pilots all the ships and stuff. So, and he's also a spy. So yeah, so he's pretty well. The movie doesn't really center around him, but it starts with him, and then and he's pretty much like he was captured, and then he was helped escaped by Finn, and then of course they crash land in this desert planet, and then well, we all thought that Poe was dead. At least Finn thought he was dead. And then later in the movie, we see that he's still alive, and then he pretty much like helps, pretty much like really helps them, like helps the resistance destroy this base or this planet-looking base, planet-sized base, with the First Order in there. So yeah, he's also the hero of this story. And what I think about him, I think he's a pretty cool character. I mean, he is like pretty good. I do like him, and he could be pretty funny as well. And wow, he quickly became friends with Finn so quickly. I mean, after Finn like helped him escape. Yeah, so Poe, good character. Okay, now let's talk about Han Solo. Okay, well, we all know who he is. If you watched all the previous Star Wars movies, you all know who Han Solo is. He's good friends with the Luke Skywalker. He helped Luke Skywalker. And he's also good friends with Chewbacca. So, I'm not going to explain too details about it. I'm not, and of course, he's still played by Harrison Ford. So, yeah, that pretty much explains it. That should be self-explanatory. So, yeah, he's pretty funny, good character. Of course, we learn later that he is also this main villain's father, and I'll talk about him later. Okay, so Han Solo, good character, nice recurring character. All right, so now let's talk about Chewbacca. All right, Chewbacca is this creature, and he doesn't speak English. He's like this hairy-looking creature. He goes like ah, or something like that, or yeah, something like that. Okay, so I don't know how Han Solo understands him, to be honest, because like he doesn't speak English. He speaks this language. I don't know. Okay, so what do I think about Chewbacca? Well, he appeared in other Star Wars movies, so I think he's pretty cool. But you know what? In this movie, oh my god, he's a really cool character. Like the way he takes down all these stormtroopers with with that laser gun. Like he almost went commando on them. I thought that was really cool. So yeah, I actually do like him, Chewbacca. Okay, nice character. Nice recurring character. Okay, let's talk about another character that returned. Okay. C3PO. Okay, so C3PO is this. So obviously he's a robot created by Luke Skywalker, and he's very polite. He's like, "Oh dear," something like that. Of course, this movie, his arm is red for some reason. I don't know how that happened. I guess he got into an accident or something. But the movie doesn't quite explain that. So, yeah, of course, on that, he doesn't really do much in the movie. Does help out, but he's doesn't really do much. But he's still a pretty funny character. Yeah, and I do like him. So, yeah, C3PO, very nice robot and very polite, as usual. Okay, let's talk about another robot, R2D2. Okay, so we all know R2D2. He's pretty much like Luke Skywalker's companion, robotic companion. He goes with Luke Skywalker on adventures, but of course Luke Skywalker's not really in this movie, so. And because of Luke Skywalker's absence, R2D2's been depressed. He's been shut down mode, and because of that, he doesn't really do much. But he does hold the last piece of the map, though. So that was a little surprising. And since they were able to piece the map together, they pretty much were able to find Luke Skywalker. All right, so R2D2, so still a good character, but again, he does, just like C3PO, doesn't really do much in the movie. He still helps out. He does have a piece of the map, but other than that, he doesn't do much in this movie. So yeah. Okay, let's talk about the villain in this movie, Kylo Ren. Okay, so Kylo Ren. So pretty much the new villain in the movie. And of course he wears a mask. And of course, first of all, I don't know why he wear the mask, because since there are some parts where he takes off the mask and reveals his face. I mean, I don't know what's the point of wearing the mask. Some people speculate maybe it's to look like Darth Vader, but I just see he looks nothing like Darth Vader. I mean, sure, his costume is black like Darth Vader, and his voice is deeper, but still, that doesn't mean he looks. That doesn't mean he looks like Darth Vader. So I actually don't know why you wear a mask. My only guess is to look more menacing, because since he's the villain, I guess. I don't know, I don't know, it's just a little puzzling. But of course, he's the villain. Alright, so what do I think about him? Well, I don't like him. I don't like him. I mean, not only because he's a villain, because, I don't like villains. I hate villains, okay. Not only that, but, oh my god. But because of the fact that he's just so whiny, he could be, especially when he's unmasked, he can be a little whiny at times. Oh my god. And he's so obsessed with dark side. He's so obsessed with Darth Vader. I mean, there is a scene where he supposedly talks to Darth Vader, which is his grandfather. And all we see is this the mask with the skeleton head in there. Of course, that tells that Darth Vader is dead. Yeah, he's dead in that movie, so we don't have to worry about him. But still, I don't know. I just don't like Kylo Ren. I mean, I don't know. I just don't like him. Well, but I do like him. What I do like is the lightsaber he uses, because it looks like a sword, and that's pretty cool. Instead of just looking like this long stick, instead it has these parts to it that makes it look like an actual sword. That I liked. Although the thing is, the color is red though. Would be nice. If it's blue, then yeah, I'll definitely get that. But still, the weapon he uses is really cool, and I like it. But I just don't like the character itself. I don't know why people went crazy over him. And I've seen a few fan arts of him. I mean, oh my god, I've seen so many merchandise of him. It's not even funny. I mean, why do people like this character? Like, he's the villain. He's like he's also the leader. Not really the leader. He also like leads the First Order. I mean, ugh, he's a terrible person. He really cold-hearted. And oh my god. And of course, he's Kylo. I mean, no, sorry. He's Han Solo's son. Yeah, he's his son. And pretty much Han Solo tries to convince him to join the light side. And what does he do? Well, at first he hands the lightsaber, but then it suddenly turns dark, and then he suddenly goes back dark side, and then he just stabs Han Solo in the stomach. I mean, you killed your own father. Oh my god, you cold-hearted bastard. You bastard. You killed your own freaking father. That's why I don't like him. And he can be a little whiny at times, just like I mentioned earlier. So yeah, Kylo Ren. Don't like him. Alright, let's talk about this alien emperor. Yeah, he's just like, not much to say about him. He's this alien looking emperor, and he's the person that reveals Kylo Ren that Han Solo is his father. Of course, Kylo Ren says he means nothing to me. Okay, so what do I think about him? Not much. He doesn't do much. I don't know. I guess he's alright. Well, he's the Emperor and he's evil, so I don't like him. And he's an alien, so I thought he's a giant, but it turns out to be a hologram. So I guess he's just normal size or something. I don't know. Not much to say about him. Okay, let's talk about this last character, Luke Skywalker. So again, he doesn't do much. He actually does appear at the end. And yeah, he doesn't even say anything. Like, he just appears, and then right when Rey is about to like hand him his lightsaber, and yeah, not much to say. But well, I guess that should be enough because Luke Skywalker is very well known. He's a very popular character, so that pretty much foreshadows like what's gonna happen in the next Star Wars. Maybe he might wind up fighting again. Maybe he might go up. He might go up against Kylo Ren, and they might go in a duel. I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like, Luke, it might happen in the next Star Wars movie. Okay, I don't know. Maybe Luke. Yeah, maybe it'd be Luke Skywalker versus Kylo Ren. Maybe in this next Star Wars movie or next few Star Wars movies. I don't know. Okay. But as we know, like in the movie, that's not the last time we see Luke Skywalker. Even though we only see him in the end, like he might appear in the next Star Wars movie. Okay, that's pretty much all I have to say. Okay, so I talked about the story and the characters, and now let's move on to the action. Well, it's mostly shooting. It's mostly shooting in the action. The shooting was pretty good. I like the action. I like the special effects. Very exciting. And there's like aerial battles as well, which I thought it was pretty cool too, especially with Poe like piloting and he's just shooting them and then destroying the base and stuff. Thought that was pretty cool. And the lightsaber duels. There weren't that many though. I think the only lightsaber duels. I think the only like memorable one was the one with Finn and Rey against Kylo Ren, but that's at the very end too. And I thought that was really cool. And remember they used Luke Skywalker's lightsaber. Like they used it, and were fighting him. And of course, in the end, Rey managed to defeat him, to defeat Kylo Ren. Finn tried, but he got hurt. Yeah, he got injured in the process. All right, and then there was this brief fight in the middle with Finn and one of the stormtroopers. Yeah, it was kind of brief, but it was alright. So overall, there weren't that many lightsaber duels as I thought, but overall, the action scenes were very good, very exciting. Okay, so overall, the movie is a great movie. Is a great way to bring back Star Wars after about 10 whole years. Yeah, they finally brought it back. But here's the thing: it's very similar to like one of the previous Star Wars movies. Like if you compare this movie with one of the other Star Wars movies, like A New Hope, or see, yeah, like A New Hope, and like you'll pretty much see a similarity between them. Well, story wise, even though this new movie has like new characters and a new villain, the story of it is very similar to one of the other Star Wars movies. So yeah, I don't know why that is. I guess well, a lot of people been speculating that the reason why they went in this direction is because a lot of people were complaining about the prequel trilogy. Like a lot of people say that those movies were terrible and not very good, not very exciting. So I thought maybe they did this to make up for that, to show that they can make good Star Wars movies. I don't know. I don't know what the actual reason is. That's just other people's speculation. I think that's a good reason though, because of the terrible prequel trilogy. And of course, this is not the last time we're going to see Star Wars because obviously they announced that they're going to be making Star Wars movies. Well, every year, there's going to be new Star Wars movies. Okay. Well, I don't know if the force and the ticket sales of those movies are going to be as strong as this one, but we'll just have to see. All right. So overall, great movie, and yep, and of course they also hyped up this movie really well. I mean, they really hyped up this movie, and this movie delivered. Except the story of it is very similar to one of the other Star Wars movies. Okay, so the overall rating of this movie will be, well, I'll give it a 9 out of 10. But of course, a lot of people will say 10 out of 10. This is the best movie ever, and whatever. But of course this is my opinion. Okay, so here's a couple of nitpicks. Okay, oh boy, this movie not only was hyped, it was merchandised a lot. Like people make so much merchandise. Oh my god, especially on opening day. Oh my god, there was merchandise all over the place. Like, I mean, normally I wouldn't complain about this. Sorry. Normally I wouldn't complain about this, but they kind of overdid it a little. I mean, oh my god, they really overdid. They really made a lot of merchandise, and obviously these merchandise were like sold mostly by Star Wars fans. And oh my god, it was crazy. Like almost everything is Star Wars. I mean, they were really obsessed with it, obsessed with Star Wars. I mean, it was crazy. And here's another thing: like people were taking like Star Wars spoilers very seriously. I mean, very seriously. Like, like if you post Star Wars spoilers like on Facebook, like people would like complain a lot. Like they would like bash you with comments saying, "Oh, you asshole, you spoiled the movie. Like you're such a jerk," and stuff like that. Like, oh my god, they will be bashing you, bash you if you post any of the spoilers that actually happen in the movie. Like, oh my god, don't get me started about the Facebook groups. Yeah. If you try to post like a spoiler, like they'll probably kick you out of that group as well. Like, they really took it very seriously. I mean, oh my god. I mean, seriously, people. I mean, I know it's wrong to post spoilers, especially to movie, especially like for those who haven't seen it. But you took it way too far. First of all, and the thing is, it's just a movie, okay? Like, like if someone posts a spoiler, just ignore it. Like, don't like bash this person on the head like so many times. Like unless this person kept spamming, kept posting it over and over again, then you can punish this person or something like that. But I mean, like, don't take it too seriously. Like, come on, like, if someone posts a spoiler, just ignore it, unless the person just keeps repeating it. Okay. Oh my god. So just don't. Oh my god. Just don't take these spoilers too seriously. I mean, unless this person's a troll or something. Yeah. I guess most of these spoilers posted, I guess they were from trolls, but still, it's just a movie. It's just a movie, okay? So don't be upset. Don't overreact when someone posts a spoiler to a Star Wars movie. I mean, oh my god. Try to be more polite and try to act like ladies and gentlemen about this. Okay, so that's all I have to say. All right, so we'll watch this movie. So if you haven't seen Star Wars Episode 7 The Force Awakens, if you're one of the minority who haven't seen this movie, go watch this movie. Great movie. Definitely one of the best movie, not the best movie of 2015. Yep, it was a great way to end the year. It's also one of the best things that happened in 2015. Like, came in just in time for the holidays. Great way to end the year. So if you haven't seen it, go watch it now. Okay. This is Roberto Martinez signing off, and may the force be with you.